Now, next question of Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. So, for calculating next question, the formula we are going to use is R is equal to sum of dx into dy divided by under root sum of d square x into sum of d square y. So, with the help of this formula, we will solve the next question. So the question is following table gives two variable. Okay. So the first variable is the number of hours of adding done by 8 students per week. So n is given, which is 8, done by 8 students per week for preparation of a professional examination. The variable is the marks obtained in the examination. So number of hours and marks obtained is given. Number of R is a variable X and marks obtained is variable Y. So with the help of this given information of both the variables, we have to calculate Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation. So for solving this question, we will use this formula of coefficient of correlation. As you can see on your screen, now let's solve this question. So we will solve this question in the same process as we did the last question. We have to first calculate the mean from the given information for both the variable x and y. After that, we have to calculate the standard deviation, or you can say in this question we are not calculating standard deviation, we are calculating sum of d square x. Okay, so with the help of this we will calculate this, solve this question. So let's first start. First is number of hours given in question, which is variable x. Okay, let's write x. Okay, so the information given is 50, 16, 36, 46, 30, 40, 20 and 26. Okay, the information is given. Now let's leave the space of 2 column and now write here marks obtained, which is denoted by y. Okay, so variable y information given is 80, 35, 57, 76, 60, 66, 40 and 50. So now let's first calculate the sum of x and sum of y. With the help of this information, we will later calculate mean. So sum of x and sum of y, we have to calculate both. So let me write the formula of mean. Mean is equal to sum of x divided by n. Okay, so this is the formula of calculating mean. And mean for y, let's write here y. Okay, mean for y is equal to sum of y divided by n. Okay, so this is how we will calculate. Now let's add all the value of x. Let's calculate it with the help of calculator. 50 plus 16, then plus 36, plus 46 plus 30 plus 40 plus 20 and plus 26. So it is 264. 264. Okay. Now let's also calculate the sum of y. 80 plus 35 plus 57 plus 76, then plus 60, then plus 66, plus 40, and plus 50. So the total is 80 plus 35 plus 57 plus 76, then plus 60 plus 66 plus 40 and then plus 50. So it is 464. Okay, 464. Now what we have to do? We have to calculate the mean. So n is already given in question. So value of n, let me write it here, n is 8. So 264 divided by 8, and here 464 divided it by 8. Okay. So 264 divided it by 8 is 58, and 264 divided it by 8 is 33. So mean of x is 33 and mean of y is 58. Okay, so this is how we will calculate the mean of x and y. Now what we have to do, the next step is to calculate dx. Next step is to calculate dx, and dx, the formula of calculating dx is, let me write it here, x minus x bar, okay, and dy y minus y bar. Okay, so this is how we calculate dx and dy. Dx and dy. Okay, so as we are calculating it by mean, so mean is 33, and again here dx from, so mean is 58 for y, sorry, here is y, mean of y. So let's calculate x minus x bar, which is mean. So 50 minus 33 is 17. 16 minus 33 is again 17, but it's minus 17. 36 minus 33 is 3. 46 minus 33, 13. 30 minus 33, it's minus 3. 40 minus 33 is 6. No, it's 7. 20 minus 33 is minus 13, and 26 minus 33 is minus 7. Okay, so this is how we calculate the value of dx from mean with the help of mean. Now, same, we have to calculate the value of di with the help of mean of y. 80 minus 58 is 22. 35 minus 58 is minus 23. 57 minus 8 is minus 1. 76 minus 58 is 18. 60 minus 58 is 2. 66 minus 58 is 8. 40 minus 58 is minus 18. And 50 minus 58 is minus 8. Okay, now next step is to calculate the value of d square x. Let's calculate, and also d square y. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to do the square of these values, dx and dy. Okay, so let's start. 17 into 17. Okay, let's start. So the value will come 289. Okay, it is 289. Again 289. It's 9. It's 169. 3 into 3 is again 9. 7 into 7 is 49. 13 into 13 again 169. 7 into 7 is 49. Okay. Now let's do the calculation of d square y. 22 into 22 is 484, and 23 into 23 is 529. What is this? 484 and it is 529. It's 1. 18 into 18 is 324. 2 into 2 is 4. 8 into 8 is 64. 18 into 18 is again 324. 8 into 8 is 64. Okay, so let's total the values. Sum of d square x is equal to, and we have to calculate this also. This is y. Okay, so let's first calculate dx and dy. We have to also calculate the value of dx and dy. So what we have to do, we have to multiply these value of dx with the value of dy. 17 multiplied by 22. 17 multiplied by 22 is 374. Okay. 23 multiplied by 17. 23 multiplied by 17 is 391. So it is 391. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. 18 multiplied by 17. Sorry, 18 multiplied by 13 is 234. It's 234. Okay. Now minus 3 multiplied by plus 4 is minus 3 multiplied by 2 is minus 6. Okay, now 8 multiplied by 7 is 56, and 13 minus 13 multiplied by minus 18 is again 234, and 8 minus 8 multiplied by minus 7 is 56 again. Okay, so now we have to do the sum of d square x, d square y, and dx dy. So let's calculate all the values. So 289 plus 289 again plus 9 plus 169 plus 9 plus 49 plus 169 and plus 49. So answer will be 1032. So what is 1032? The sum of d square x is 1032. Now we have to calculate the now we have to calculate the sum of d square x, d square y. It is, let's calculate. 484 plus 529 plus 1 plus 324 plus 4 plus 64, then plus 324, then plus 64. Okay, it's 1794. Now we have to calculate the sum of dx and dy. Let's calculate it also. 374 plus 391, then plus 3, then plus 234, then plus 56, plus 234, then plus 56, and in last we have to minus 6. It's 1 3. Basically it's 1 3. Okay, so this is how we calculate. Now let's do the calculation. Let's put all the value in a formula of coefficient of correlation. So value R is equal to sum of dx dy divided by sum of d square x multiply by sum of d square y. So let's put all the value. It's 1 3 3 6 divided by 1032 and multiply by 179 and 4. Okay, let's calculate it. First of all, we have to multiply the lower part 1032 multiply by 1744. So the answer is actually it's very big. So we have to put the under root also here. Okay. Okay. Now, so the under root is, let me calculate it. 1032 multiply by 1744 under root. It's 1341. Okay, it's 1341. Let me write it first. So it's equal to 1336 divided by 1 3 4 1. Okay, so answer will be, let me calculate it. 1336 divided by 1 is 0.98. So the value of R is equal to plus 0.98. Okay, so this is how we basically calculate the value of R. So as you can see, what we have done is that we have first calculated the mean of the given variables for both the variable x and y. With the help of this, we have calculated dx, and from dx we have calculated d square x. Similarly, we have done for variable y. With the from both the variables, we have calculated the value of dx and dy. We have put all the value in this formula. So the coefficient of correlation, or you can say the value of R is equal to plus, it's plus 0.98, which means that variables show a positive correlation, and it is, we can say that it is somewhere high positive correlation, as the value is near to 1, which is 0.98. So there is a very good correlation between the both the variables, number of R and marks obtained. As a student give more number of R to for preparation of exam, then he will score good marks. As we can see, the student who gave 50 R for doing the preparation, he got the marks 80. Okay, and if someone have given the less R for preparing of the examination, he got less marks. As a student prepare for 16 hours, then the marks is 35 only. So as more number of are given to the preparation, then more marks will be obtained in an examination. So this the result of Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation show that there is a positive correlation among variable x and y. Now, next question of coefficient of correlation. So, this question we will solve with another formula. As you can see here, the R formula for solving coefficient of correlation. This is one more another formula for calculating Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. So we are solving questions of correlation with very different formulas. So for in this formula for calculating the coefficient of correlation, which is denoted with R, So R is equal to sum of dx dy multiply by n minus sum of dx and multiply by sum of dy. After that, we will divide it by the under root of sum of d square x and multiply by n, then minus sum of dx, bracket close, again bracket, sum of d square y multiply by n minus sum of dy ka whole square. Similarly, here also this is d sum of dx whole square. Okay. So this is the formula for which we calculate, with the help of which we calculate coefficient of correlation. So let's do the equation. The question is calculate the coefficient of correlation between the ages of husband and ages of wife. So this is variable x and this is variable y. Ages of husband in years. The age is given in years. Age of husband variable x and age of wife is variable y. So in this question ages are given of both husband and wife. If we talk about the n, so n in this question is 8. Total number of observation are 8 for both the variables x and y. Both variable observation are similar, which is 8. So let's solve this question. So what we have to do first? We have to calculate the mean. What we have to do? First of all, the ages of husband. Ages of husband, let's assume it variable x, okay? And the values which are given are 22, 25, 28, 23, 25, 24, 26 and 27. And let's consider ages of y is variable y. So wife is variable y. 18, 23, 22, 20, 25, 21, 28 and 23. Okay. So let me write in bracket husband. Okay, and this is wife. So let's calculate the sum of x and sum of y so that we can calculate the value of mean. So sum of x will be, let's calculate, you can also use your calculator for calculating. 22 plus 25 plus 28 plus 23 plus 25, then plus 24 plus 26 plus 27. So this is 200. And sum of y is equal to, let's calculate it also, 18 plus 23, then plus 22, then plus 20, plus 25, plus 21, plus 28, and plus 23. So the answer is 180. Okay, so let's calculate the mean of x. Mean of x is equal to sum of x divided by n, and value of n is 8. We have already discussed about this. 200 divided by 8. So the mean of x will be 25. Okay, it's 25. Now mean of y is equal to sum of y divided by n. Okay, so what is it? 180 divided by 8. So the answer will be 23. Okay, so now what we have to do? We have to calculate the value of dx from 25, and here we have to calculate the value of dx from 23. Understood? This dx and it is basically dy. The formula of calculating dx is x minus x bar. X bar means the value of mean, and y minus y bar, which is mean. So let's calculate this. 22 minus 25 is minus 3. It's 0. 28 minus 25 is 3. 23 minus 25 is minus 2. It's again 0. It's minus 1, 1 and 2. Okay, so this is the value of dx. Let's do the sum of dx, as we have to put this value in formula. So the sum of dx is 0. Okay, now let's calculate the value of dy. So how we calculate dy? Dy is x minus x bar, which is mean. The value of mean by y bar is 23. So 18 minus 23 is minus 5. It's basically 18 minus 23 is minus 5. Okay. Just a second. Let me calculate 80 divided by 8. It's 22. Okay. Now it's minus 4. It's 1, 0, minus 2. It's 3. It's minus 1. 28 minus 22 is plus 6. 23 minus 22 is 1. So the sum of dy is equal to, so it's equal to minus 4, 1, minus 2, 3, minus 1, 6 and 1. It is 4. Okay. Now we have to calculate d square x and d square y. Okay. So let's calculate. Minus 3 3 into 3 is 9. It's 0. 3 into 3 is again 9. It's 2 into 2, 4. It's 0. It's 1, 1, and it's 4. Okay. So this is how we calculate. Let's do the sum of d square x. So the sum of d square x is 18 plus 22. It's 28. Okay. Now let's calculate d square y. 4 into 4 is 16. It's 1, 0. It's 2 into 2, 4. 3 into 3 is 9. 1 is 1. 6 into 6 is basically 36. Okay. And 1 into 1 is 1. Now we have to calculate the sum of d square y. So the sum of d square y is 16 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9, 136 and plus 1. So let's calculate 16 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 1 plus 36 and plus 1. So it is 68. Okay. So the last step is to calculate the value of dx and dy. So what we have to do? We have to multiply dx and dy. So let's multiply dx and dy. This is dy, sorry. Dx and dy. So minus 4 into minus 3, it's 12. 1 into 0 is 0. 3 into 0 is 0. Minus 2 into minus 4 is minus 8. Minus 2 into minus 2 is 4. And 3 into 0 is again 0. Minus 1 into 1 is 1. And 6 into 1 is 6. And 1 into 2 is 2. Okay. So the sum is equal to 12 plus 4 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1. It is 25. Okay, so what we have to do now? We have to put all these values in this formula. So these are the value. So let's write the formula first. So as R is equal to sum of the x and dy, okay, multiply by n minus bracket, then sum of dx multiply by sum of dy. Okay, divided it by what we have to do, then whole root. Okay, so first put the big bracket. Okay, then sum of d square x multiply by n minus, then put small bracket. Okay, small bracket. What we have to do? We have to write the sum of dx whole square. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to close the big bracket. Again put the big bracket. Similarly, follow with the value of y, d square y basically, multiply by n minus, then put the small bracket and sum of d sum of d y whole square. Okay, bracket close. So we have to do the under root of all the value. Let me put this under root. So now let's put all the value on their places. So the value of sum of dx dy is 25. 25 multiply by n. So the value of n is 8 minus bracket sum of dx is 0. Sum of dx is 0 multiply sum of dy. Sum of dy is 4. Okay. Divided it by, first of all put the root, under root. Now when we put all the values together, so sum of d square x is 28 multiply by 8 minus, so sum of dx, if we do the sum of dx whole square, then the value is 0. Okay, bracket, start another bracket. Sum of d square y is 68. It is 68. Okay, multiply by 8. It is 8. So this is the sign of multiply. Okay, this is not point. This is the sign of multiply. Now minus sum of d by the whole square. Sum of d by the whole square. So sum of dy is 4. If we do the whole square of 4 is 16. Okay. So let's calculate the lower value here. So let's calculate the lower value here. What we have to do first is multiply 28 by 8 and 68 by 8. So when we multiply 28 by 8, 28 multiplied by 8 is 224. It's 224. When we do the minus of 224 from 0, then the answer will 224. Now what we have to do? We have to multiply 68 into 8 minus 16. So 68 multiplied by 8 is 554. Then we have to minus 16. Minus 16. So the answer will be 528. So 528 basically. Let's do the calculation. So now what we have to do? 25 into 8. 25 into 8 minus 0 into 4. So this will become 0. So upper value will be 200. Divided it by under root 224 multiply by 528. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to solve this lower part. 224 multiply by 428 and then the whole root. Okay, so when we multiply 224 and 528, so it is 1,18,272, and when we did the square root of it, it is 343.9. So it is 200 divided by 343.9. So let me remove this. So let's calculate it first. 200 divided by 343.9. So the answer will be 0.581. So the value of R, so the value of R is equal to 0.581. Okay, so this is how we calculate the value of Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation with the help of this formula. So the procedure of doing the calculation is similar in every formula, but the equation is different. So these are the solved equation of that final equation. Okay, so the formula which we have used for the calculation of coefficient of correlation is this. After putting all the values, the value of R is positive 0.5981. So as value is in positive and value is 0.58, so we can say that there is a positive correlation uh, among the among the age of husband and the age of wife. Okay, they are not highly correlated, but they are between the range of 0.25 and the range from 0.75, which is good enough, which is a good correlation among the variables.